Good morning. My name is Tom Conkle. I'm a cybersecurity engineer with Optic Cyber Solutions. Optic Cyber Solutions is a registered practitioner organization, or an RPO, within the CMMC ecosystem. As such, we help organizations implement CMMC practices. So today we wanted to take a few moments to talk about how do we help organizations implement the level 1 practices within CMMC. So today I have Kelly Hood, a cyber engineer from Optic Cyber, joining me as well. And so welcome.
Thank you.
And so with that, I want to start off by talking about the first ML1 practice within CMMC, the authorized access control. This practice tells us that is to limit information system access to authorized users, processes acting on behalf of authorized users or devices, including other information systems. So when you're working with organizations, how do you help them understand what that practice means?
Right. There was, a lot of words said there, but really here we're really focused on making sure that people only have access to the things they need. Everybody doesn't need access to everything. While it may help us to do our job more easily, it's not a secure way to operate. And we need to make sure we're limiting access to systems based on what they actually need, based on their job duties.
Excellent. So as you're working with organizations to help them implement this practice, what are some of the things that you help them to consider?
Right, so this could be everything from role-based access control for more mature organizations and matrices that define what permissions go with which roles and which systems they need to access, all the way down to just having a simple catalog of here are the systems that we have and the types of access available, and mapping that out, on a person-by-person basis if we only have a small team. So it really kind of depends on the size of the organization, how sophisticated and automated that capability could be.
So it sounds like with this practice, then the business has to be involved in it as well to help us understand what permissions people need. This is something we can't just go to the IT team and ask them to help us implement and make sure that people only have access to the appropriate systems that they need to perform their duties.
Right, and that's the tricky part, is knowing what access do individuals need. Like I said before, it's so easy to say we just want to give everybody access to everything because then we know they'll have anything when they need it. But really taking that business perspective, like you mentioned, to say, what do they actually need to do their job, and limiting their access to that in order to reduce the attack surface.
Excellent. So with that, as you're helping them implement it and understand the business side and what access people need to have, are there other considerations or things that people should keep in mind as they're implementing this practice?
Yeah, there are other controls that can be done in parallel, and identification, authentication. They're around understanding, what systems we have and what users there are, and being able to kind of handle those controls at the same time. So there are definitely efficiencies that can be gained across the other controls and practices in CMMC to limit that implementation effort.
Excellent. Yeah, I think that's one key aspect most organizations don't take into consideration, right? They look at each of the practices and try to implement them instead of reading through the whole thing in its totality first, get an understanding of what's there so that we can align them and gain those efficiencies. Thanks for joining me today as we walk through the CMMC Maturity Level 1 practices. As always, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or you'd like assistance in implementing the CMMC practices. We'd love to help you in your CMMC journey. So feel free to reach at info@opticcyber.com, and thanks for watching.